Well, legends, welcome to the world of Enshrouded, where a dark evil has taken over the world, and also, I can be a wizard. So I have 100 days to become the most powerful wizard these lands have ever seen, and also take down the evil that has consumed it, and let the adventure begin. With me waking up in a pod, not really knowing where I am, but I have a guide, the flame, which is also running through me somehow. Is this why I can be a wizard? Maybe. But let's get moving, as I have no time to waste. I quickly found myself in a cave where some torches were conveniently placed for me, but this cave also had some of the shroud and its dirty minions waiting for me. But fire beats everything in this case. Once I was out of the cave, I did the typical survivor things and collected everything I could. Oh, honey, wax. The flame told me to craft and get down an altar, which will be the start to our first encampment. Not my main base, as we need somewhere high up so I can build an epic tower. But I ain't doing much building without an axe to hack down some trees for wood. Which actually I used to make a campfire to cook up some lean meat to eat, and also made myself a workbench before slaying a wolf that was stalking around my encampment. But one of his friends was not too happy about his death and joined him in the afterlife. Shortly after that, I made myself some crappy looking pants that I didn't put on straight away, as while this wolf was trespassing. I then quickly leveled up by slaying this poor goat, and well, this is the epic skill tree of Enshrouded has to offer. And while you see all this blue section, it's all the stuff to do with the magic. So I'll be putting a lot of my points into this side. After all that, it was time to get my build on by laying the foundations for a house. But then I had the urge to test my first one that I made, and well, I sent another wolf to the other side. I went back to building just a really basic house, like nothing fancy, it's just going to keep me warm during the nights. But yet again I got distracted before finishing, and I decided I need to explore this little encampment near my base called Longkeep and loot everything I could. Kill every vermin in my path and then cook up a good meal. I also made my first staff, but I can't use it until I get charges. So that's a bit of a bummer for now. It's just kind of sitting in my inventory, kind of useless. Yay. I spent the rest of my first day completing the build of my home. My humble abode. My second day started with making my way onto this bridge, which I couldn't cross without a grapple hook. So that's a bummer. But I did craft myself a bow and some arrows, and I know that's not very wizard-like of me, but until I get charges for my staff, it's gonna help me out. And after slaying this fell warrior, I entered into a destroyed building overcome by the shroud, which had another fell warrior waiting for me to destroy him. And well, ridding this place of these disgusting demons, I was rewarded with a chest with a mace in it. Would have preferred something magical, but hey, it'll keep me alive for now until I do. After that, I finally placed a bed in my house and some storage to unload my backpack into. And with that done, it was time to travel through the shroud, as I needed to find the sleeping survivor the flame has asked me to save. But no trip through the shroud is a cakewalk, and well, these fell beasts, God, what was coming for them? I made it out of the shroud in the late evening and found the tent with a bed and slept the night away. Now, do you remember that bridge I could not cross? Well, there was someone on the other side and he was not happy I was there. But a few blasts from my wand and he was gone. I decided to check out the rest of the bridge, and this guy had set up traps for people who came over from the other side. What a cheeky fellow. But the bridge isn't what my third day was about. It was about finding the sleeping survivor, and I made my way to this ancient vault, which had a few scavengers around that were dealt with swiftly. I then was able to awaken Oswald Anders the blacksmith, and with the help of the summoning staff, I was able to have him stay at my home. And of course he had some quests for me, which included crafting a charcoal kiln and learning how to enchant equipment, which I tested on the sickle since I have no wands or staffs that could be enchanted at the time. I also crafted a grapple hook and placed a nice fireplace in my home, you know, to make it cozy. I can't be the most powerful wizard living in the cold. Well, actually, maybe I could. Oswald had some more quests for me, which also included making some gear he had to offer, so I made a scrappy sword to get that quest out the way. I then headed back into the shroud to chop down some trees, as I needed the wood from them to finally make a glider. And then it was time to test my grapple hook, as I used it to get up and across this little gap, got a nice health potion from this chest, and then I did something a pro wizard would never do. Yeah, that was stupid. Well, I came back and collected my stuff and got an executioner axe from the chest that was in below those explosive barrels I just eliminated myself with. Then I just checked the house out and looted what I could before it turned to dark.
It's day 4 and I'm on my way into a elixir well, but first I had to slay all these dirty demons outside. It's quite tough. But then we descended down into the depths of this shroud-infested well. There happened to be a giant tentacle mushroom thing defended by a thunder brute. And while I dodged and weaved his big old weapon and sliced his ankles with a sickle. Yeah. Then I chopped down the thing called a shroud root, clearing out the area of the shroud. I guess I gotta clear all these things out. Then the flame told me about the ability to collect sparks, and I also upgraded my altar to give me a bit more range to build, even though I'm not really gonna build that much here. Like, this little house is probably it. And then I used my grapple hook to get across the bridge once again, but you remember those traps? They were rearmed and I landed straight in one like a wally. So I beat up the guy for doing it. I then was on my way to reach the ancient spire, but this dual-wielding scythe guy said no and sent me back to base. So I returned back, took out his friend, and took him out from range, because it was a lot easier to do that than trying to fight him up in his face. We entered the first floor of the ancient spire of the Springlands, and well, it's a bit of a puzzle where I've got to find some buttons to press to open doors and figure my way out through, well, going up these magic teleporters until I reach the top of the tower, where I unlock a fast travel point, which is kind of cool. I returned home to have a nice time in front of my fireplace before receiving more quests from the flame. I then crafted and placed down a forge, which allowed me to kinda melt down metal scraps into metal sheets. And then I crafted myself a rising fighter helmet with those metal sheets just to give myself some extra protection. With having that fast travel point unlocked at the ancient spire, we started day 5 by gliding down from the spire on the hunt to find the alchemist. And I found myself some nice tasty corn in these fields, so they'll come in handy, I guess. And welcome to Woodguard. There's a few things to check out here. A scavenger to absolutely murder, and some bees to deal with, which got me to level 3. And of course I increased my skills into the arcane section of the skill tree. And after absolutely outskilling and outpacing a bunch of scavengers, I made my way into the location of where the alchemist can be found. Had to fight off a couple more scavs up in the building. After they were all dead, I was finally able to awaken the alchemist, Balthazar. And once again, good old summoning stick to spawn him in, and this guy will help me hopefully get better at my magical abilities and become the most powerful wizard I shall be destined to become. I then found myself in the shroud collecting a bunch of shroud liquid, as I needed it to craft myself my first set of charges, being ice bolts for my staff. Does it feel good to finally be able to use my staff. I started off day 6 mining myself some flint from the side of this hill, which I used to finally make myself the grinding stones, which means I can finally make some bone meal, which will come in handy. So I can make myself the spiritual cane and upgraded staff from the little piddly thing I've been dealing with. Balthazar had some apprentice gear to make, and I made the boots, trousers, gloves, and hat, but I didn't have enough to make the shirt just yet. But look at me, I'm looking more like a wizard. And after a bit of grinding, we finally got the chest, and I am finally in some wizard attire. Thank you. I then got to finally test my ice bolts on some scavengers as I blasted this boy to oblivion. But I had to dodge his little wolf friend. Quickly learned that my mana resources are pretty abysmal for the level of mage I am, so I definitely got to increase that over these 100 days. Also set up a nice explosion to open my way out into this mine shaft area and found myself a root staff, which is epic staff, so hey, upgrades. These damn dirty spiders, I don't want to mess with you right now. Leave me alone, I'm on an adventure. To find myself some sparks to collect at this flame shrine. And with the sparks collected, I can now work towards strengthening the flame. Oh, and well, I ended the day by basically leveling up my root staff, making it more powerful than the spiritual cane that I crafted. And I started day 7 by finally upgrading my flame level to level 2. Now I can stand an extra minute in the shroud. I felt the fire within me. I then collected a bunch of shroud liquid so I could make a magical chest. It's basically like dedicated storage from Ark, but magical. Then I set out on an adventure to go find the carpenter, but I kinda just like nosedived into some basically death shroud, so that consumed me pretty quickly. Yeah. Maybe not go for the carpenter, we'll go for the hunter instead. Found the flame shrine on my adventure. Also found a chest that had some shroud survival flask, but also some heal channel charges, so might be able to heal myself. I found the vault of the hunter, and well, it was protected by these Wookiee head-ass looking things. I don't know what they are, but I shall kill them. I had to dodge some shocking balls and grapple over lava, but we have finally awoken the hunter, Athelan Scree. And well, of course, the moment I summoned her, she talked about shelter, surviving together, and some other stuff. I ended off day 7 by placing down a drying rack crafted from the hunter. And well, I decided to move the hunter into the house on day 8 because it's a quest to give her shelter, so she can live in the dining area, I guess. Then collected myself another spark from a shrine while on my journey to build another altar. I wanted to find somewhere high, somewhere where I could build a wizard's tower. And so I started mining my way up a cliff, which, to be honest, is the most jankiest thing I've ever done. Gradually I got higher and higher, closer to kind of where I was thinking I wanted to build, until I had to make an escape dash away from a bunch of wolves because they were about to munch my toes. Then I fell into a little hole, which was not fun. It had some little creepy bugs in it that I had to slay, and
I call it a trap. I call it a trap.
I also mined the walls and found some mycelium stuff, so interesting. I don't think I'll build with that. It seems a bit too evil. But hey, I'm home, I'm resting, I'm cooking up some meat. We'll find a base spot tomorrow. It's day 9 and I make myself some fireball charges. And then diving straight into an elixir well and leveling up before blasting a little critter with a fireball. Then dying by being slammed in the face by a mace. And then dying again by 4 damage. So I'll climb down the safe way and get my revenge on the mace dude. Collect my gear. Absolutely destroy all these little bug critters around the shroud room and chop it. A good cleansing. And then I unlock the ability to blink, which means instead of dodge rolling, I kinda just jump, teleport, and I found myself a frozen core wand, a legendary wand. The power I now have in my hands is immeasurable. Of course I gave that wand an enhancement straight away. I didn't have enough runes to do it, but we'll get around to it. I then found this hidden tomb, which I entered in. It was a bit dark and dingy, and there was a lot of spiders in here. If you have arachnophobia, you probably wouldn't enjoy this location. I'm sorry. But at the bottom in this grave, we found some bone blocks. Some building pieces made out of bones. That's a bit sinister. I found myself another flame shrine where I collected some more sparks. Then fought off some scavengers in this nice little township here. It's a bit of a bummer that the world has turned to crap. But hey, I'm here to save it. I'm here in this town, this bed's set, I'm sleeping. It's day 10 and I've finally made it to the ancient vault of the farmer, and is that lava? Alright, I'll watch my step, and oh, I've got to press some buttons. Alright, jump across the lava, climb up here, dodge some shocking balls. Ow, that hurts. Press button number 1, then grapple across a deadly jump and press the second button. Jump some spikes, and that's button number 3. And then we awaken Emily Free, the farmer. Place her down, and well, she wants some shelter. Okay, I've had enough of singing. I sound like an ass. Alright, so instead of putting her in the house with the hunter, I made her a little shack, and when I mean little, this thing is puny. But it does the trick. I then made myself the Rising Fighter Shield, which I can use when flinging off magics from my wand. I then head out on the hunt for salt. Dipped into some shroud near a place called the salt mine and died to some measly bugs.
Oh, damn it.
But after I returned, I destroyed the fell and found myself some salt. I wasn't salty that I just died before, not at all. I also ended off the day by placing my second flame altar, not in my base location I wanted, but it will do. Day 11, and I started off by making myself a seed bed and some farm soil, but didn't plant anything because I had nothing to plant. Then I crafted myself a scrappy pickaxe. Love the upgrades. It's time to go find the carpenter once again, and I'm not going to dive down there again into Deadly Shroud. No, I'm going to go around, try and find a different way across, and dive straight into some more Deadly Shroud. Come on. Seriously? I do this? Really? Really? Alright, I came back and found a different way, which required me to mine into the side of this wall and dig a tunnel. Like, I had to dig a big old tunnel to dodge the Deadly Shroud to get across, but we finally made it, and I found this, like, giant tower thing with scavengers that I had to delete. Explored the whole thing and found myself a shepherd's staff, which is kinda nice. I don't think it beats what I have at the moment, so we'll continue on. I finally found the location of the carpenter's ancient vault, and well, it is encased with shroud and very strong level fell beasts, so this ain't fun. The moment I entered the vault, I realized this place is infested with these dirty little bugs, and I don't think I'm ready for this yet, so we left at the end of the day. I'll come back later. At least I know where it is. Finally, on day 12, I fully enhanced my frozen core wand, and now it's extra powerful. Then we headed out to find the flame obelisk, which I discovered pretty quickly, and I read what it had to say, which said the world was destined for ruin, so that's kinda bleak. Then we headed on to find the shroud obelisk, which had me journeying, fighting off some deadly wolves, getting to level 5, which is nice. Then running into a town called Nedaton in the shroud, defeating a bunch of fell beasts. Then climbing up this tower place to try and make my way to the shroud obelisk, but it was up on the cliff behind this township, so I had to dig my way up the side of a cliff. But there it is, the shroud obelisk. And then I decided to take a nap in this campground, because, you know what? We're on to the next day. Ah, look, another bridge. No grapple needed this time, I just jump over the gaps. Ah, into the shroud. Once again, trying to find this buried tomb that has an eternal ice spell in it. And well, I found it, and there's a lot of spiders and ugly, dirty spikes in here, but we made our way through and deleted some skeleton boys, but found no internal spell. I have no clue where it is. And well, I kind of spent too much time in here, so the shroud kind of consumed me. So that kind of sucked. I returned back and, well, fell into some deadly shroud in the tomb, so that's smart. And decided, you know what, for now, I'm just gonna leave this internal spell to another day, because for some reason it's just not there. So I headed out on an adventure to get to the ancient spire
in Riverwood, which had me dodging these spitty plants in the shroud, which, not cool. And then meeting another bridge. These bridges are a bit interesting. But the shroud in here is deadly, which means my flame level is too weak. But you know what? I prevail and I destroy every little scavenger beast protecting the bridge. And then teleport home to have a good rest. Day 14 and we're out for an adventure to explore a place called Westcott. And it's a very ruined place, but yet again it was a village overrun by scavengers who we, of course, slayed. Couldn't have them hanging about here while I needed to explore. Main reason we were here was to find the hunter's hand spindle, but this note said it wasn't here. So I ended up finding the hunter's abandoned camp, and well, the spindle was not here. But there was an amazing staff called Shepherd's Lightning, so whew, that thing looks good. I mean, the scav kind of killed each other at the exact same time, which was great, kind of hilarious. Then I found this hidden chest inside a wall, under a staircase with a ring of stamina. Don't know if I'm gonna actually use it, but alright. I know today by enhancing up that Shepherd Lightning staff, this is probably gonna be my main tool for the rest of the time. Till I find something better. I started off day 15 by killing a wolf and getting to level 6. More power for me. Then I headed through the shroud and got absolutely murked. And then followed up by falling to my death. Like, what am I doing? I finally made it to the buried tomb entry to hopefully get the eternal spell. But I fell into the red shroud once again, trying to collect what looks like what might have my spell in it. So I absolutely murdered everything around the shroud root and cut it down just to feel good about myself. I'm just gonna let you watch what started day 16 for me. No, why? Oh. Yeah, that was painful. This time I won't make the same mistake, and back into the tomb entry. Hopefully I can get my eternal spell today. And this time there was actually a mage skeleton in here, and well, his body had the eternal ice bolt spell, so we finally have unlimited charges. Found myself another shroud route to cut down to end off day 16 with a bit of a success for the failures of before. I upgraded my inventory space on day 17 by making myself a small backpack. Then found myself in a place called Saline Springs, and oh my god, that's an infestation of bugs! And now we're back at the carpenter's ancient vault, and I think I should be able to make my way through here pretty easily without dying. Unless I jump into Red Shroud. That's phenomenal. But finally I made it to the room where the carpenter could be found and had to fight this fell wizard creature. But finally, the carpenter has been awoken. Kate Hawthorne, thank you. Yeah, you've got some quests for me. Yep, I understand. You've got some stuff. That is all good. I'm just glad I have got you out of that place. It's day 18 and I'm on the road again. Looking for the alchemist tower, and well, running this way, I'm in Lone Thistle, and these things are level 11. Oh, that's a bit scary. I'm just gonna have to try and dodge them all. Yeah, that did not end well for me. Rough. Oh well, we're heading to a place called the Hollow Halls instead. And my god, is this place sinister. Oh, this is creepy. And that is a crap load of skeletons! Run for my life! Ah, I died again. Nice. I am such a pimp squeak that I am just going to sit here and sit by the fire and cry my tears away for the rest of the day. It's day 19 and I'm in a place called Hill Scavengers, and there's a lot of scavengers. I had to kill a bunch of them and found out there was a big scavenger gork in here that I had to fight off, and well, I don't know what it is with these things, but I managed to kill it. And it killed me at the same time. How comical. But I returned back and, well, got myself a matron trophy. Then crafted myself the improved grappling hooks, which just means I can grapple better, I guess.
I was on quest mode on day 19 as I blew a hole under the pillar of the bridge to find some hidden treasure, which had a really cool looking axe, which I don't really get to use. Finally, I fully enhanced my shepherd's lightning staff, and damn, look at that power! Day 20, and I want to search this alchemist tower. There's got to be something useful for becoming a wizard. Ended up finding the catacombs of the queen, so my queen's tomb quest got updated, but I wasn't here for that. We finally reached the alchemist towers, and there's some dirty rats in here! I won't deal with you. I want what's in behind these gates. One climb up the tower, couple button pressures, and well, I now have what I seeked. The mortar. And I placed that back at base right next to the alchemist. Feeling good about myself. Yeah, that was not on purpose at all. Well, that's one way to end off my last day, isn't it? That's day 21, and I finally made myself a rake. That's right, a rake. Didn't really use it, because I'm already in the shroud fighting off some foul and turning to level 8. Main reason for it is because I needed some salt. Not salty this time. Also needed some shroud wood. Also, I could strengthen the flame to level 3. Then I was on the shroud again, fighting off some mutant hogs. These things are a bit creepy. This bridge, we meet again. I need to get to the ancient spire of Riverwood, so all these scavengers get the hell out of my way. And well, I finally made it to the ancient spire of Riverwood and started my climb. But we got a slight issue. It kind of got real late, and our Veno needed to go to bed. So I logged off inside the spire. And well, yeah, I woke up the next day on day 22 back at base. So it doesn't log you out where you are, it logs you at your last spawn point basically. Or your flame point. So... oh crap, I'm fighting some wolves on my way back. That's a lot of wolves. Come on, calm down, puppy dogs, calm down. And we're back to the spire. And this time I placed down a flame just in case something goes wrong and I can teleport here before I finish the tower. But dodging flaming balls of lava and spikes and finding a real sick longbow called the Wolf Snarls longbow. This thing looks sick. Maybe we should have been an archer, but no, we're not. And with this teleport, we have made it to the top of the tower, and yes, that took me basically the whole of day 22. It's dark out, but we hit this fast travel point. Finally, on to the next. Day 23, and everyone has a bunch of quests for me, so that's cool. But first, I want to do some planting. I'm gonna plant down these corn. It was time to glide from the Riverwood Tower as we are still hunting for the hunter's spindle, and led me to this little cave which had these little azul mushroom thingies. They're pretty glowy, I like them. And a bunch of spiders. Over these spiders. But this cave did have an abandoned hunter camp, and well, guess what that is? The spindle! Finally! I got the hand spindle placed at base and started making myself some linen from flax. Then it was time for another elixir well, and this one was pretty straightforward. Just kill a bunch of things, deal with a foul thunder brute again, and then chop down the shroud root. And now I'm digging up the side of a mountain because I want to find my new base spot. And once we got to the top of it, in the pitch of darkness, there's some spitty plants here, but this flame altar placement will mark where I will build my actual base. It's day 24 and this wolf jumped into my base while I was growing some mushrooms. Naughty dog. So I'm digging out a base placement for myself, and well, there's a chest with some wizard chess piece. Oh, nice. Upgrades. Lovely. After finding that treasure, I kept working, and now we have a basement floor. This is going to be like a workshop in front of my tower. That's the goal I'm going for. And yes, I am using some skull bone blocks to add some extra detail to this basement. And now we're working on the first floor of the workshop, and also where I'm going to have the second floor, where I'm going to have a bridge that goes across to my tower, which I am now starting to plan out the tower, which is going to take me forever to build. And I'm also raking out a bunch of the landscape because this little hill here is in my way. Day 25 and I'm reworking my tower base. Like, trying to build in circles isn't the strongest thing, isn't my strong suit, but we kind of got a base going on here. Also, stupid land I need to clear out. Get out of my way. And after clearing out all that land, I have finally got a base circle for the tower. And I also tried to fill in most of the floor as I could possible until I ran out of resources. I then added another extra detail to the basement, which could easily be used as little fireplaces to light this area up. I finally added a workbench to the workshop on day 26, and then went back to filling up the floor plan of the tower. And we're done! With that, look at that, that's our tower. I started adding some walls to the tower to start building up some shape, and then built the little bridge across from the workshop to the tower. Added a door to my workshop, and started planning out the roof plans for this place. Did some more wall work on that tower, finished off the floor of the second floor of the workshop, and finished the day by adding more to the roof of the workshop. Now it's day 27, and I'm moving some of the people over from the main base, including Balthazar and his mortar. Got the forge over here. Also added my magic chests to the workshop basement. Added the grinding stones, tanning rack, and a little fireplace in the basement. Then dropped off the hunter and her hand spindle. Also added my charcoal kiln. Then planted a bunch of indigo seedlings. And then I found rubble finally, which I can use to make some really nice blocks. So I'm going to sit here mining these for the rest of the night. It's day 28 and I'm still working on this workshop roof. And while you're here, give me another game that you would like to see me do 100 days on. And also subscribe if you're brand new. We're so close to 100k. It's not even funny. Less than 9,500 to go. Smack that button for me, please. That's a nice chandelier up there. I don't think it's going to do much. And the roofing is done. Added some scrap standing torches to the basement to light this place up, because it's a bit gloomy down here. And then went back to work walling up the tower. Did I say walling up the tower? I'm back on the road again. Found a place called Blue Goblet Tavern, and well, there's one of those musical sheets here. And some dirty rats. Found a chest with some nice potions, thank you. And then reached Mark of Samoth, which is like a mining place. The only reason I'm at this place is to retrieve the crucible, which was found behind this pile of rubble. That's nice. And now I have a bed at my workshop. Yes, it's in the basement. It's day 29, I need the smelter, but I need some fired bricks. And also need this kiln, which means I need clay. So I found myself some clay and went mining. And I mined a absolute bucket load of this clay. Then I needed some metal scraps, and I kind of went on a journey around the map where I found a chest with some half-timbered blocks, which sounds kind of cool. I then found a buried frozen core wand, which I don't think is as good as the one I have already, but a secondary wand doesn't hurt no one. I returned back to that mine we found and killed a scavenger to get some metal scraps. And finally I made myself a kiln, which I placed down right next to the farmer, and started cooking myself up some fired bricks. Those half-timbered blocks came in handy as they started adding detail to the upper floor of my workshop. That's a nice lovely door to separate the bridge from my workshop. Also a door at the front door finally. This workshop's coming together. I also made the smelter finally, and let's go, we can get some copper bars. And because I need a lot of copper, I'm mining for a lot of copper for the rest of the day. It's day 31 and I'm building more of the top floor of the workshop. Added myself a nice little window. Also added a door for the entrance of the tower. And also started working on the second floor of it. Added a staircase down to the bottom floor of the tower. And then went to work building these walls. Look at that. The bottom floor is now all walled up. But I'm out on an adventure again to reach Thornhoard because I need the table saw. Oh, this is a very gloomy tunnel. There's some glowing stuff, but these hogs are stopping me from doing anything. Thornhoard, here we go. Let's investigate this place and see if we can find the table saw. Yeah, the table saw's not here. Okay. And I got to level 10, so that's something. Day 32, and we're at the place called Forsong Frontier, as this place will have my table saw. First I had to deal with some dirty scabs, which led to me blowing up everything. Oh my god, that nearly killed me. Why you got so many explosives under your floors? You sick, sick people. And there we go, the circular saw blades are now mine. And now I shall be able to craft that. No, I need some nails. I can make enough nails. We now have the table saw. That's nice. Also the day with a brand new copper pickaxe. Well, on day 33, we finally found ourselves some amber in the shroud. And well, I spent a good amount of time mining that stuff. And well, once I was back at base, I finally made myself an advanced glider, which means I can fly for longer. Or glide for longer, whatever it works. And then I made myself some mage boots before going on a hunt for some flax, as I need more linen to make any more gear. And that's all I did for the rest of the day. Day 34, I started off with a new mage hat and some trousers. Then I planted a bunch of flax seedlings as I was going for a hunt for flax. It was absolutely brutal. The road. I meet you again. And, well, this is Glenwood's Inn. And the reason I'm here is to defeat a scavenger matron. But first, I had to delete all the scavs around and accidentally get myself murked by a little puppy dog. That's rough. So I got my revenge and then leveled up to level 11, which is nice. I then found the matron and, well, it kind of couldn't get to me, so I kind of just sat at the bottom of the stairs blasting it with stuff until it died. Dead. I then dug up an Elder's staff, which does not beat my Lightning Shepherd staff at all, so it looks cool, but I don't get to use it. I then spotted that glowing stuff again, and, well, it piqued my interest this time that I dug a hole through the absolute cave I was in, just so I could mine some of this luminous growth. Which sounds pretty awesome. And with the luminous growth, I made some blocks and added like a glowy thing into the basement of my tower. Then I did some more work on the second floor of the tower, placing out everything I needed. And with that block, we shall be done. It's all floored up and I can start working on those walls again. Also made myself a new copper axe so I can get wood faster. Added a second window to the top of my workshop. And finally filled in the gaps that were left so the workshop is absolutely complete now. Then I did some more work on the tower walls. And made myself some mage gloves. I'm a digging. I have no clue why I'm digging the dirt. Dive right into the shower, get myself some more shroud liquid. Juicy. Oh, that's why I need the dirt. I wanted to make some goo. And a new shroud core. I need more shroud liquid, but I kinda took a bit of a beating when landing in the shroud from the hog, so I found this hidden hollow tomb, and well, you know what it is. You find something called hidden, you gotta explore it. That's just the rules. And this place was stinkingly creepy, and there was a lot of these skeletons in here. This wizard boy blasted me into oblivion. Oh, that sucks. I returned to the tomb and found a hidden door with a wizard pants in it, so that's nice. I also found the hero shield in this tomb, which I'm placing that on. Got my revenge on those skelly wizards. And then made myself some magic medium chests. So now I've got more space. Day 37 and I'm at the Mitzberry catacombs to find the hidden loot of the queen. And well, the final room requires some button pressing. I quickly found the first button pretty easily. Second button required a blast in the shroud. Third button had some foul defending it. Then I ran around like a headless chicken because I could not find the fourth button for the life of me. Until I went a little bit higher and found that I needed to blast a secret little hidden one up here. But that is all full open, and here's the tomb of the queen, and well, it had a pike meads bulwark, which is a shield. It's not better than my hero shield, but it looks cooler, so I'm gonna wear it. End off the day by absolutely smoking another shroud root. It's day 38 and I'm back out on an adventure to find a place called the Hunting Grounds, and well, I went around and around this mountain until I found myself in some sewers. This place is kind of disgusting. I don't like being in here. I don't know, this ain't it. Oh, that's one of those Yeti boys again. Yeah, all these spiders, this ain't the hidden hunting ground. This ain't it at all. This is not where I meant to be. Finally I found it. Oh, there's an obelisk. Let's read that. Awesome. More sparks for me. And there is another ancient obelisk, the Riverwood one. And also, I'm level 12 now. Look at me progressing. Day 39 and I'm fighting off a family of hogs. Get away, you stinky pigs. Well, And the reason I'm out this way is to find the Blackmire Spire. Oh, trampoline! Whee! Is this tar water? I don't know what this is, and there are some crazy alligator reptiles in these waters. I ain't dealing any with this. Let me jump away. What is that floaty thing right there? Trying to. Oh my god, it's split into multiples! Ah!
Ow. This damage. Run.
Oh no, there's a Vulcan thingy.
God.
Tunnel. I'm just gonna skip this tunnel. You know what? There's no point in me being in this tunnel. No point in doing in this tunnel. I am just gonna jump around the side and glide my way until I find the Blackmire's Spire. Ah, here we are, the Blackmire's ancient spire, and that is a giant wasp. I don't like that. Oh my god, I'm dodging fireballs, climbing up the side of a tree, dealing with more of those floaty pink balls. Oh my god, they are crazy. And then falling all the way down the mountain at night. So I'm gonna continue this on tomorrow. It's day 40 and I'm climbing back up this giant tree, dodging fireballs, and not falling off, as I made it to the top and got the fast travel point finally. But there's more I can do in this area, as I need to find the sunken ancient city. And oh my god, this place is massive. And this is also where you find the bard. But I need to press 3 buttons around here. And well, I found the first one pretty easily, but after that I dealt with some Vulcan but then this big beefy steroid one was hiding in his little hut, came out and just slapped me from coming in his home. Understandable. But sir, I must kill you. It's just how it's gonna be. I'm sorry. I took this blessing thing that kinda gave me a buff, which I don't even know what kind of buff it gives me, but I got a buff now. And now I'm dodging and weaving all this stuff. Oh my god, I am nearly dead, Oh my god, what is going on? Teleport me out of here. You know what? No, I'm home. I'm done. You know what? We're done in that swampy area. No, I'm done with that. I start day 41 by making some potions, as I'm over being put to a slither of my health every so often and not being able to do anything about it. And we returned back to the ancient city. Pressed the first button again. Then I fell to my death by running out of stamina on this climbing thing. And when I returned, I fell to my death again. Well, GG, look at me go. I finally found the second button. And then I died because I ran out of stamina in the tar. Nice. After dodging and weaving behind these spitty plants, jumping up a trampoline, I finally found the third button and was able to finally awaken the bard from her slumber. Valerie, welcome to the squad, and I hope you enjoy your space in the workshop. It's day 42, and we're off on another adventure to find the Vulcan's gathering location. And, well, I ended up finding the lowland spire, and of course I teleported my way up and dodged a bunch of spikes and shock balls and all the goody things that are in these spires. Pressed some buttons, you know, did all that stuff. Jump lava. It's just a jumping puzzle, you know, figuring it all out. And with this, we now have another ancient spire fast travel point for the low meadows. I also found the Vulcan ceremony, and oh my god, you know those big ones? This one's even bigger! It's like a Hulk boy, he's fluffy, he's chasing me around, this is psychotic! But the brawler is dead! Ah. I felt good, and well, I ended off the day by finding another shroud route to absolutely hack to death, because this stuff should not be here anymore. I'm back in Forsong Frontier on day 43, as I'm on the hunt for some building blocks, but first I had to destroy this big mama lady. I think she's big mama, I don't know. I also got to level 13, and well, at the top of the tower I actually found a scorching wand, which is awesome, and then I finally found these city wall blocks. End of my day. It's day 44 and I'm out to complete a quest which had me investigating this hunter camp and then slaying a giant hell-funded brute for a nice cool looking bow. Man, I really wish I wanted to be a ranger. I also took down another shroud route and then spent the rest of the day building the walls of my tower. It's day 45 and, well, I have scaffolding now in my tower and I am trying to build a glowing crystal that is going to be floating in the middle of the tower as like a power source of all my arcane abilities. And well, once I finally got the absolute base of this thing going, I started just going to town. And well, I ran out of blocks. Then found myself digging a tunnel once again in the cave to mine myself some more of those luminous gross. The crystal was finally done, and now I'm back to doing walls on day 46. By making some cool giant windows that you can see the crystal from the outside. And like, I spent the whole day doing this. I'm sorry, but day 46 is pretty boring. And day 47, we upgrade our altar to give myself some more range to build with, even though I probably didn't need it. And then I found myself a area with a load of luminous growths, which is kind of nice. But there was also a shroud root down here, so that had to go. And then I found a critter's nest, which, I don't like this at all. Look at all these bugs. I killed off another shroud root and then unlocked a thing called radiant aura, which means any of those foul beasts that come close to me start taking tick damage. Like, literally take tick damage if they're in 10 meters of me. That is absolutely sick. I made it to a place called Ring Rock, killed off some magical foul wizards, and slayed down another shroud root. And then I started building my way up to the top floor of the tower. You'll see what I'm doing. And it's day 48 and we're diving straight into an elixir well, as I don't want these things to exist anymore. And well, this elixir well wasn't too bad. I just had to destroy all the foul and chop down the shroud root pretty easily. And then it was time to head on an adventure to reach the capital of this land. And well, I had to fight off some foul beasts in the shroud, and then I found myself another elixir well on my journeys, which I dived straight into the red shroud. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? And there happens to be 2 of the big foul beast, and well, that's a hammer to the head. And that's a misjump, you absolute moron. Dig your way out. I died to them again, by the way. But I finally got my revenge and was able to finally chop down the shroud root to end off my day. Day 49, and you can see this fireplace up close as I'm cooking up some mushrooms. I also finally got the skills of Wandmaster, and well, on my way to the capital once again, I found the scavenger cap and basically caused everything to explode, taking me out with it. Oopsies! Oh. Everything went boom. Oh no. I returned and, well, look at all that wood though. I guess it was kind of worth it. Here we are, finally! At the capital, and I need to find a way in. And I found the flame shrine that had the kettle in it, which means I can make a fireplace. The capital is ruined by some shroud business, and well, that's another shroud root out of my face. Finally. It's day 50, we are halfway through my adventure, and I am still a low-tier wizard. And, well, Oswald and Cade wanted me to go find some stuff for them.
My pleasure.
So I headed on my way to the Pillars of Creation. Which I went the wrong direction and went into the shroud where I didn't need to, as I needed to come through this place called the Glimmer Rock Mine, which was overrun by scavengers, as per usual. So everything died, because I don't need you at all. And then I made it to the gate of the Pillars of Creation and found out that my flame level is too low, and that is deadly shroud. And I thought, maybe I could run through the shroud. Maybe I can live it, right? I can live... Yeah, no I can't. And like an idiot, I tried it twice. Oh well, let's see what we need to upgrade this. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. And I need to kill a foul whisper wyvern? What the heck is that?
And well, I'm still building away at my tower day 51. Like, it's kind of all I did. But also I have these grappling hook pull anchors, so I can kind of grapple between these little, I don't know, scaffolding platforms that I'm adding to the center part of this tower. And then it was just build away on these walls, as if I don't do them, they won't get done. Day 52, we're taking a break from the building and running through the shroud. Once again, as I get to level 15, slaying some demonic boar. I then made it back to the capital and sentenced myself to an early grave. This is great. So I decided to finally put down a flame altar pretty close to the capital, just so I can easily teleport here when I want to. I managed to also get my stuff back pretty quickly and made my way through the capital, destroying everything in my path. Until I died, once again. I think this is enough of the capital for one day. Day 53 started with me climbing up to the top of this tower to find a flask in this chest. But that wasn't really worth it. I then made some tasty chamomile tea and some popcorn at the farmer, just to get some extra buffs. I also made a bunch of potions as I was getting ready to get back to the capital. And once I was back, I faced everything in my path, destroyed it all, and well, that's one big old monster. That's the foul wisp wyvern, and oh my god, this is actually, it's such a cool looking boy, and I am now dodging with it. Now I'm doing barely any damage, man. The health ain't ticking down quickly enough for me. I just gotta dodge and spam. Dodge and spam, that's all we're gonna do. Dodge and spam. Oh no, that was close. And it got me. Damn it. Damn it. But I came back for more punishment. I kept trying. And well, I dwindled his health down a bit, but it got me again. So, I guess I'm going back to mining up some stuff and getting re-prepared for this boss fight. And well, as I said, getting prepared again, we needed more potions on day 54. I returned once again to try to defeat the wisp wyvern. Maybe third time's gonna be the charm, and well, this fight was no easy task with his freaking blue flame breath and everything else he's doing. It's insane. But after a long, hard-fought battle, I had slain the foul wisp wyvern, which is arguably the coolest boss this game has to offer. This thing was sick. I love this thing. Also decided to check out the castle in the back, which was infested by some dirty bugs, and well, I found myself some cosmetic stuff for some royal gear. Look at me now. I am now a king of the wizards. Actually, this looks more like a just outfit, but I move on. And now, since I have the wisp wyvern head, I can start working towards getting the rest of the stuff to strengthen my flame. aka mine a crap ton of mycelium and copper. And on day 55, I was finally able to upgrade the flame to level 4. I feel even more powerful now. I can finally enter the shroud and the pillar of creations without dying. So I finally made it into the inner sanctum of the pillars of creation and got to level 16. And well, I started kind of just looking around, looting what I could, and making my way through lava ball infested mazes, finding some really interesting boots that I ended up using for a bit, then failing a jump because I suck, and having to redo the whole maze again. Which also made me find some of those flower pants, I guess. Also found another ancient obelisk, which of course I read. Need all the information in my brain. Finally made it to the research camp and found the masonry tools. I placed the tools down in the workshop, and now there shall be more things that I can make at places. Well, it's time for another elixir well, with a thunder brute protecting the entrance. But I kind of just dodged them and jumped my way into the well. Played a few fell beasts that now have shields. They're advancing. I don't like this. But nothing will stop me from chopping down all shroud roots in the land, and that's another one gone. Stupid dirtiness. You remember, there supposedly was a foul thunder brute here, but I don't. Oh, there he is. Ha! Shame! You're stuck down there by yourself. Haha! I can just blast you to death, sucker. And then it was time to get back to work on my tower. It's day 57, and I want to find the black cauldron so I can get more magical stuff made. As always, requires me to be on the road through the shroud. It's just a typical day on Enshrouded. Now I'm in a cave in the shroud. It's very green. And there's a lot of bugs. I don't like these bugs. Also in this cave happened to be a shroud root. And you know what happens when I see a shroud root? I chop that friggin' down! And then I found some tin ore, so I mined up a decent amount of it. And now I'm in a mining rift. I have no clue where I'm at. Okay, I'm stuck in the okay. That
that's odd. Yep. Seems logical. Alright, here's a flame altar to make sure I can teleport back to this mine, because it's got a lot of tin, and that is a big old kitty. That's cool. They're dead. I then reached Rattle Bleak, and well, this is where supposedly the cauldron would be, but it wasn't here. I got told to go somewhere else by some notes. It's just typical. But I did get a new one called Silverstorm, which actually does ice and shock damage together. That is sick! And then I entered the Cradle of Dusk and spotted a Thal monstrosity. This thing has got a gaping mouth like it looks like Guzzlord from Pokemon. If you know, you know, but this thing is ugly, hideous, and absolutely terrifyingly disgusting. But I killed it, and well, this big gullet had the cauldron in its mouth. Ah. Nice. And on day 58, I was finally able to make the alchemy station. Progress to my mystical powers, and I placed that in the top of the workshop. And now I can make antiseptic and alchemy base, which is sick. I then made my way to the ancient spire of the No-Man Highlands, and that's my main focus today, is to get through this place and get a new fast travel point. And well, you know the rules of these towers by now. It's just dodge some stuff, shoot some buttons, climb up through some magic teleporter stuff, until you get to the tippy top, and well, you unlock the fast travel point. I also made my way to another ancient obelisk, getting my research done. Also found some sugar cane, so that might come in handy for some sweet stuff. And some chickens that want to jump off cliffs. Lol. At the end of the day, I made it to the trade outpost Blazing Rock and destroyed all the scavengers camping here and found some extra notes about a strange letter. And at the top of the tower here, there were some mystic boots. So that's upgrade to my armor. Lovely. And I ended off the day by placing a flame altar here, so I have a new fast travel point. Not even going to be a base, it's just a fast travel point. Well, it's time we take another dive into some more shrouded areas I have not explored on day 59. And of course, there are a bunch of bugs down here. Now I'm exploring this area called the Jasper Isles, and I found some more music sheets, so that's cool. And of course there's another stinking shroud route down here. Let me chop this bad boy down after I kill everything. And oh, looky here, we have found the smithing tools, and this bug wants to bite me. Bugger off. And now the smithing tools are placed right next to the masonry tools, and the blacksmith is very happy about that.
My hammer will fix it.
I killed a chicken to level up to level 18. That's, clucking crazy. I made myself to the abandoned caravan camp on the look for some interesting stuff, but I got told that the, thing I'm looking for is in Surat's Rest, wherever that is. Yeah, it's across this bridge. That's where it is. And of course this place is absolutely full of scavengers that I have to murder. I'm here for one thing. And one thing only, and that's what this big Matreon is holding on to. And once I slayed the big mama, I was able to finally get the aromatic of plants and seedlings which the farmer needs. But I wasn't done in this place. There was something else I could find here, and well, killing a bunch of scavs in the night light sounds fun. And here it is, the limestone block, the last thing I needed, so I can go home. Then place down the alchemist of plants and seedlings for the farmer. Day 16, it's time I return to the hollow halls to finally conquer this sacred, scary place. And well, this time I'm a lot stronger, you dirty skeletons. You're all gonna die to my powerful magic. Yes. Suffer. Turn into a pile of bones. Oh my god, there is actually a lot in here. More than I expected, but I am fine. I am definitely not scared at all. And well, there are things to unlock barriers. These little floating totem things to unlock a barrier to continue on forward through this hollow halls. More skeletons. There's a load of them. I mean, a load, but they also drop these things called ectoplasm fragments. I'm gonna collect a bunch of those. And I'm killing more to unlock the barrier for this next room. Oh my god, I'm dodging. Oh, there is so much going on here. This thing has a giant scythe. What is this. Oh, and I'm dead. That's cool. Oh, hollow halls blocks. I'll take those, thank you. Time to get my revenge on these scythe-wielding skeletons. Death to you all! Aha! I parry you, sucker!
We're still stuck in these hollowed halls on day 61, slaying a bunch of skeletons as always. And well, I finally made it to the end and awoken Elden Crowley the Collect and teleported out of this scary place. And well, I put Alden in the basement of the workshop because he is one creepy fellow. And he tells me about more hollow halls to explore, which requires me to make a key for the Riverwood one. But now I'm out trying to look for the tanning station, trying to climb up this cliff area, which was stupid until I spotted another way across, which was a lot easier. Bit of grappling. But we made it to Raven's Keep and found out the tanning station wasn't here. Another elixir well to dive into and conquer. And get to level 19, of course. Nothing's gonna stop me in taking out this dirty shroud root. Not even this foul monstrosity would stop me. Big old ugly thing. And there we go, the shroud root is down. It's day 62, and today is all about getting as much of my tower built. And I mean all these walls starting to build up the top floor area of the tower. And I kept going into day 63. I wasn't going to stop until I had basically the tower done at this point. This is my goal at the moment. Or I run out of resources. Now I started working on the walls of the top floor and using that half-timbered kind of pieces. But I kind of ran out of resources, so I went on an adventure to find the Valor Heart Dagger, which is owned by the Bard. It's a pretty cool looking dagger. I ain't gonna use it because I'm a wizard. And then I reached the Vulcan settlement as I am on the hunt for the hand drum, and well, this place is absolutely huge. And I fell into the tar pit of the settlement and died. I returned back and started making my way up this giant settlement tree. Look what we have here. Giant fireplace and a claw to the face. I'm dead. Oh no. But it's revenge time, sucker. I am making my way up here and I'm getting that hand drum if it's the last thing I do. Yeah, I kind of got lost in the tree bit here. I didn't even know where to go. It's dark, it's dingy, it's cold. Ooh, a bed. I'm going to sleep. I guess that sleep actually gave me some clarity as I found my way further up through this giant tree, and that's one big old Vulcan, but he was no match for my magical powers. And well, here it is, the hand drum, the thing I've been looking for. What an adventure. And now it was time to go get the tanning station from a place called Lupa's Lair. And of course it is overrun by scavengers. And has one of those big Matreon frickers as well. But they were no match for me as I destroyed every single one and, well, got myself the tanning station finally. Turned back to base, placed that bad boy, and now I can make leather. And well, on day 66, I made that Riverwood bone key, so I'll enter those hollow halls in the future. And well, I have another shroud root to chop down, thankful. And there's a lot of tin ore here, so mine away I go. Also mined a bunch of fossil bone. Slayed a giant sentient red mushroom thing. Chop down this green plant for mushroom meat. Ugh. Don't know if I'd eat that. And then slayed more of these sentient red mushrooms to end off day 66. Here's day 67 and I'm on the hunt for some sparks. And you probably know why. I also found another elixir well that I dove straight into and of course found myself a new shocking ice wand. Which is just a common one, so it's not as good as a silver storm, but cool. And once I slayed all the little creepy crawly bugs and foul monsters around the shroud root, I chopped it down and extinguished another well. Couple more sparks, and we finally strengthened the flame up to level 5. I'm almost there, almost at the top level the flame can be. And then I went back to work on building my tower to end off day 67. And well, day 68 was even more building this magical tower of wonders as I
got more of the top section where it's basically gonna be my room. Ha! It's the funny number. Everyone thinks this number's so funny. Day 69 and I'm still working on this tower. I should have hired a contractor at this point. But hey, look! My bedroom has a floor to it. Nice. But I need more stuff to finish off this base. So I'm off mining flint for the rest of the day. Day 70, and it's time to start on the roof of my tower. And to be honest, I have no clue what I'm doing here. I don't even know if I'm building this roof the way I want it to look. I am just placing blocks where I think they should go and making it cylindrical. I don't think it's being exactly how I wanted, but I don't care. Building away on day 71. This roof needs completing. And there we go. Oh, that's definitely not how I wanted it. I wanted a bit more pointy. Yeah, I'm not trying to fix that. That's just gonna have to do. Some light in the bottom floor sounds good. And a bed for a true wizard master. Waking up on day 72 in my bed, it felt good. No more sleeping in the basement. Oh well, it's time to get on to some quests, and well, I want this laboratory. And it journeyed me through some sandy places, which of course I mined up because I'm gonna need it somewhere. Also found some saffron and sulfur. New resources. And looks like a lot of the sulfur and saffron is needed to get my flame up to level 6, so I guess I will sit here and mine a bunch of it. And of course I run into another elixir well and get attacked by a flying, foul, glowing beast. What is this thing? Oh, that was a bit scary. Into the well I went, and I can see the shroud route from the start. First we have to deal with all the monstrosities and get to level 22. And there goes the shroud route of the elixir well. Finally. And oh my, what is in this chest? A upgraded frozen core wand with 27 damage. That is some powerful stuff. Continued on my journey through the desert area of this world and fought off some dirty scorpions. And found some lapis lazuli. I think that's how you pronounce it, and I need that for the flame level up, so I mined a bunch of it. Found the obelisk extraction camp that I was looking for, and well, I got told to explore elsewhere. Cool, thank you. Found another ancient obelisk, so read up on more information. And well, on day 73, I had to upgrade that frozen core wand, man. I had to make sure it was fully enhanced to the best potential it could be. I then crafted myself an oven, and I kind of struggled to place it somewhere, but this will do. And then I was back out to find those damn instruments I needed for the laboratory. I found the excavator camp there was and got attacked straight away by a flying beast, but I murdered him quickly. And well, the scientific tools were guarded by another flying beast, as he had collected it like a crow and put it in his nest. But now we finally have it. But while I was out here, before I head back to base, I explored this honey thief situation and found out that the beehive smoker was taken by some Vulcans. So I headed straight up to the Vulcan camp and said, look, I want my beehive smoker. Come here, big boy. Eat all my fiery damage and die. Thank you for the smoker. I need that so I can get some bees going. Thank you, sir. It's day 74 and I am mining a crap ton of copper, because I need it. Also need tin, so I was back at the mine and got to level 23. Awesome. And then sat there mining for ages, getting tin. Like, for the rest of the day. That's all I did with day 74, was mine. And finally on day 75 I made the laboratory. Magical, ain't it? And of course I gave it a nice home in the bottom of my tower. Look at that. I took a little pit stop at this Vulcan camp as I needed to get something from here. I think it was just the Wolf Hydra's melee weapon here. Don't really care about that. I also snagged that blessing. Thank you. I then started growing some wheat seedlings as I needed the wheat for stuff. I then collected another music sheet at the end of day 75. It's day 76 and I'm on the hunt to find this iron mine location the blacksmith was talking about. But first, I found the flame sanctum and of course collected the sparks that were here. Then I took a dive into the shroud and well, this was a bottomless pit of despair. fun. I love dying. Well, on my journey into finding this place that actually had a lot of saffron and plants planted here. So, free stuff. Then we finally made it to Ridgeback Mine, and well, there was a shroud root in here, but there was also something more sinister that I didn't actually see straight away, and well, I'm dead. I don't know how, but I died. So I returned home after that death, then made myself a large magic chest. Ah, more storage. Day 77 started with me planting all them wheat seedlings I made a couple of days ago, defeating a bunch of scorpions, placing a flame altar very close to the Ridgeback Mine where the iron was supposed to be, and diving back into the shroud to see if I can take out that shroud root. Then I started finding this floating thing that was shooting homing missile skulls at me. Like, what the hell, and throwing scythes at me. Ugh. I had to like dodge and weave around the shroud, around the rock, but I died. Not to it, but to a flying foul thingy. Round 3 I find the sickle wielding skull throwing thing, and well, I kinda just cheesed it around this rock until I killed it. And once it was dead, I could cut down the shroud root, clearing out the area. Also found out that that thing I was fighting was a foul sickle scythe. What the heck? And then leveled up to level 24, feeling very powerful. And then found the iron finally, and went to mine away. And once back at base, I could start making some iron bars in the smelter. And also craft myself the extraordinary glider, and a large backpack thanks to the bard. And I ended off the day by making myself a bronze axe. And on day 78, I made myself an iron pickaxe. Mining's gonna get a lot easier now. Also added a candle to my bedroom because it was dark every time I went to sleep, and I don't know, I don't like it. Now I am gliding off to find a place called the Dragon's Cave. Oh, it is a Dragon's Cave. That is one cool looking temple. Oh my lord, that is sick. Ooh, what's in this chest? The Dragon's Sword. Oh, that's making me jealous, man. Where's my dragon wand or dragon staff? I am one jealous wizard. Also further in this cave, I found some mystic pants. Freebies. I'm gliding away on day 79. Ooh, this place looks interesting. Grind Teeth Grotto. That's an ugly name. And of course there's a shroud root in here. Let me chop that down. Ooh, Riptide Shield, a legendary shield. Ooh, I'll take that, thank you. And I'm digging away to find some hidden treasure. These knives, it was for a quest. I don't even need them now. Oh look! What do we have here? Another shroud root, and it's gone before they even notice me. Ah, shame, big fella. Now it's your turn to die. Ah, look! All my wheat has grown up, and I can now finally get some straw, which I use to finally make a beehive. Ah, I can make honey and wax. I think it's time to clear out a bit of this landscape and build a little bit of a footpath outside my workshop, just to make it a little bit nicer. Get it all the way to the beehive so I'm not walking on some dirty mud anymore. I ended up finding some desert city wall building materials. I don't think I'll use that at all for anything. I then entered a sun temple, and supposedly there was a specter in here for me to defeat. But first I had to kill all the scavengers in my way. This is absolutely ridiculous. Damn, people with their shields blocking all my hits. Look, I pulled up your bar and then you die. It's just a waste of time. I then found myself an apprentice wand, which is alright, cool. It's not gonna beat my frozen core wand, but hey, different type of wand. Add it to my collection. I then found what was the specter, and that was another foul sickle scythe. But this time he had a giant health bar, but you know what, I did the same strat by hiding behind the buildings and pieces and killed him at range. It was pretty easy actually. And he had a deceiving staff on him. Ooh. It still doesn't beat the shepherd's lightning that I've been using for the last like 60 odd plus days. It's ridiculous how good that was. It's day 81, and I think it's time we start getting the resources to strengthen the flame to level 6. We'll be first collecting a bunch of iron, then cutting down trees to get some yucca fruit, collecting some saffron from the desert plains, Getting to level 25 by defeating some scorpions, which means I'm max level now. Go me. And also collecting some sparks at the end of day 81. Day 82, I'm collecting a bunch of lapis lazuli for the flame level upgrade. Also getting myself even more sparks. Then I got the fast travel point for the Kindle Wastes Ancient Spire, which is nice. And then upgraded my flame to level 6, which is also the max flame level you can get. So now I am almighty powerful. Also placed the water well right outside my workshop so I can have unlimited water finally. No more thirstiness for me. Day 83, and thanks to the Kindle Waste fast travel point, I'm able to jump off this tower and head on my way to find the legendary glider, which had me entering a zone with level 30 beings. What is going on here? I can't even get that high. And after slaying a bunch of things, I managed to get myself into the Sun Temple, and well, of course, there are skeleton boys in here. Come on. None of the stuff, I just want my legendary glider. And after making my way through the tower, hitting buttons, you know, dodging stuff, I found a radiant paladin helmet, and god damn is that sick looking, but it's not a mage's armor. I need better mage armor, please. And at the top of the Sun Temple Tower, I found the Ghost Glider. Oh, this thing looks sick. Look at me go, I am so fast. Damn! Whoo-wee! Somehow I got myself in a bit of a predicament here in a hole, and I couldn't dodge anything, and well, I'm dead again. That sucks. Ah, the glider does come in handy as I found the Eternal Frost Arrow, which I needed for a quest. I'm not going to use it for anything else, but that's pretty cool. I then read the final obelisk to finish off my obelisk research quest, to end off day 83. It's day 84 and I'm exploring a place called East Lapis. And well, I had to slay a couple scavs as always, they seem to be everywhere. I climbed this tower, found a note from someone that gave me a new location, and then found a sun axe. Where's my sun staff or sun wand? Man, I feel like mages don't have enough stuff. I then jumped down in this hole, killed a couple of bugs, and found a Dreadbane melee weapon to finish up a quest. A lot of these quests give out really good weapons, but nothing for me. I also found a loom hidden down in this dirty dungeon area, so that is a freebie for me. And of course I placed that back at base, and now I can make myself fabric. Day 85 and I'm mining more lapis. I just can't get enough of this blue stuff. And well, I have now got the spinning wheel crafted, and this is going to speed up my linen production tenfold. And here's an armor set that I want to make, the Archmage set. And well, it requires yellow fabric and padding and a bunch of other stuff. But I can make the Archmage hat. So now I've got one piece of the puzzle. I look really sick with this on. But the problem is, I'm going to require a bunch more flax to make more linen. It's just how it is, man. The flax, I'm going to need a lot of it, and that's what I spend the rest of the day doing, finding flax. It's day 86, and I'm kind of back to my roots, cutting down trees. Also mining a bunch of amber, and getting myself a bunch of shroud liquid. As I needed those ingredients to craft a new eternal spell, the Eternal Fireball. Now I have unlimited fireball power. And does it feel good to blast these hogs to smithereens? These mushrooms didn't even stand a chance to my new fireball power. I also ended the day by making the Archmage gloves, getting closer to that perfect set. Day 87 started off with mining some fossilized bone, and then chopping up another shroud root, mining a bunch of iron, then blasting a couple of sentient red mushrooms to death. Also, I can make the Eternal Heal Channel spell, which means I can fully heal myself at any time I want. Day 88, and I'm collecting flax once again to start off my day. I just can't get enough of this stuff. Also was getting some poison sacks from these green mushroom men. Also getting some, took down another shroud root. I think I'm getting close to eliminating them all. And now I can craft the Eternal Acid Bite charge, so more abilities for me to use. Also entered another elixir well as it needed to be done. Quickly smoked all the foul beasts inside and chopped down another shroud root with ease. And then I made a silly whoop whoop, trying to get some more amber. I dove straight into the smallest hole you'd ever see with some deadly shroud at the bottom of it. It's day 89 and I'm finding some more sentient red mushrooms, as I need the ammonite glands from them, as I want to make another eternal spell. But first we dive into another elixir well, and I was quickly on to the shroud root's case. Cleared out all the foul beasts protecting it, including another monstrosity demon thing. And that is another well cleared. I also finally made the Archmage chest piece. I am looking a lot more stunning now with that on. And there it is. A better Eternal Ice Bolt that does 80 base damage. That sounds pretty beast. And I started day 90 by making the Archmage trousers. All I have left now are the boots. At first, I think I need to take down another shroud root, just to stroke my magical ego a little bit. Then I explored a place called the Sleeping Sands, which did have a shroud root in it, which of course I absolutely shot down. Then I found a sunbeam melee weapon. This thing looks sick. Where's the magical stuff? Then I found another sun axe. It's like, come on, where's the magic stuff? And then I found an outer staff. Like, come on. You had the sunbeam sun axe and you give me an outer staff that doesn't even compete with my shipper's lightning? Day 90 started with me finishing off the Archmage set with crafting the boots, and now I'm in my full wizard's attire. Then made some sugar so I can actually get some honey crafting. I jumped into another elixir oil and destroyed a valve on the brute to get myself a flame shield, which was better than the riptide one I was using, so whoop-de-doo. Quickly chopped down that shroud root, clearing out the elixir well. But I wasn't done chopping down shroud roots as I found this bug infested one, which I cut down as well. And then I cut down another, entered another elixir well, cut down its root with ease. And then I found an absolute beauty of a staff. The Shroud Weaver legendary staff. Ooh, I nearly died to a bunch of bugs. That was a bit creepy. I chopped down another Shroud root to end off day 91. On day 92, we fully enhanced our new Shroud Weaver staff, and it still didn't have more power than the Shipper's Lightning. But I'm gonna use it because it looks better. And well, I was still on the hunt to expel every shroud root I could find, and here goes another one. And well, I did that one so quickly, I didn't even bother fighting the foul, I just let them take me out. Second shroud root for the day. And well, I'm clearing out this place of its scavenger inhabitants, as I needed another music sheet from here. Also finished off another quest, getting a Volca relic weapon. No news for me at all. Day 93, and it's time we enter the Riverwood Hollow Halls. As really there's not much else for me to do other than these things. I unlock that door with the key and on we go. It's skeleton killing time. All meet the power of my magic. Your scythe doesn't scare me, fool. And I blasted my way down through the Hollow Halls all through day 93. Our Hollow Halls excursion continued on day 94 as I got deeper and deeper through the halls, pressing the buttons to unlock the places I needed to be. And then I entered a absolute behemoth of a room. Like, this place was absolutely huge and infested with rats. And I had to collect a bunch of those little tabby token things to make my way through here, including one protected by a bunch of spiders. Ugh. But we made it through easily, and just kept on killing and killing all the way through to end off the day. And on day 95, we made it to the end location of the halls to fight a giant one-eyed skeleton monster called the Hollow Cyclops, and well, he got me pretty good at first. But I came back for my revenge and died again. Alright, third time's the charm. Dodge and weave as best as I can and destroy this one-eyed monster, giving me some extra stuff. Look at this mace we just found, the Bone Scourge mace. Damn, that looks sick. Well, at least I got my Shroud Weaver staff, so we're good. And well, I ended off day 95 by placing down this ectoplasm press. Day 96, I entered back into the hollow halls, but this time just to kill a bunch of skeletons for their ectoplasm, as I needed a bunch of it. I then actually learnt there is mineable ectoplasm in this place, so getting to work I do. And when I mean mine, I really spent a whole lot of time here mining, just so I can finally make the No Man's Bone key, which is going to be the last hollow halls we get to explore in this 100 days. Also made some ectoplasm soup, which will give me a damage buff against those skeleton hordes, and well, also take a bit of my life though. It's day 97 and I'm opening the doors to the No Man's Highlands hollow halls. That sound never gets old. And this place looks a bit more ruined than the others. A bit more wear and tear. Oh, well, let's dive on in and kill some hollow skeletons. It seems pretty easy to do this, I'm not gonna lie. I also mined up some more ectoplasm fragments while I was here, because I'm probably gonna need them. Nah, long range fireballs seems to always do the trick. Ooh, I end up day 97 finding a sinister crescent staff. Too bad it's a common staff, that could actually be really sick. I'm opening the doors to a new area to start off day 98. Very ominous, isn't it? Oh, this place is filled with spiders. I thought I just had to fight the skeletons. Ugh. Look, Mr. Skeletons, it's enough. You're not gonna do nothing to me. Oh my god, what have I walked into? This is some absolutely demonic area. And of course there's another blimmin' Cyclops dude, and well, I kinda cheesed them by using the building against them. I'm sorry, bro. You're a bit stupid. And now I thought I'd collect some more of these totem things, but I kinda got a bit lost trying to find the last one. But on day 99, we finally found the last totem and unlocked the barrier to continue my adventure through these hollow halls. And then I'm grappling across absolute lava. This is not scary at all. Do not fall. And I'm in another big room. I don't know what to do in this room. There's a bunch of spikes going up, and I can see the hollowed through the gates, but I can't open the gates myself. I'm a bit confused. I wonder what to do. Let me check the other side. Oh, there's a button. If I use that... Oh, everything comes running at me. And now there's fireballs going everywhere. Oh my lord, this is a lot. Oh, is that another Cyclops dude? Oh, and he's possessed by one of those barrier tokens that I need. Oh, that's not fun. Let me get out of here. And use some height to my advantage where I cannot be hit. To slay the big old beast. That is one side complete. The other side was a lot easier as the Cyclops fell off the side and I kind of just bullied him from range. He couldn't do nothing. He was stuck in a corner. Like a puny little weakling. And with him dead, the barrier was unlocked. We made it to the end of the hollow halls on day 100. To find a snake spine wand in this tomb. Was that really it? I went through all that for this piddly wand. Wow. I guess I am the strongest mage now, ain't it? Now, Alden did tell me about the Kinderwaste hollow halls, but my time is up in this land. And look at that view. We've done well. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next adventure. Maybe we'll do something harder.